Are you the person who tries to control everything and make everything work out for you, and when it doesn't, you get so frustrated or so mad or so sad because it didn't turn out the way you wanted? Then I have a question. Aren't you exhausted? Because you are letting your whole outer world control your inner world. You have no control over yourself. You are trying to make things work out for you, and you're trying to control everything. When you are doing that, you are instead letting yourself be controlled when you're trying to control everything. And that is such a waste of energy. And you end up exhausted because you cannot control everything. The only thing that you really can control is your inner world. That you have control over. So do not turn that power and that control over to your outer world. Because then you become an offer to everything else. In life, there will be situations that you won't particularly like and won't be happy with, and that you will feel like, oh, I really did not want this to happen. But you can oftentimes not do anything about it. So why are you even bothering becoming angry or upset? Like, for an example, say that you're going to work or you have a place to be at a certain time and you're in traffic and you get stuck. Some people get so mad and so frustrated and like curse and express all these negative emotions and all this anger. For what? Can you control the traffic? No. So why are you putting energy into it? It's a waste of energy because you cannot do anything about the situations. The only thing that you can do is take a breath, sit back, and just go with the flow and just wait it out. There are times where you are supposed to act, and there are times where you are not supposed to act. And it's a very human thing to react to all these situations. But if you learn to take a step back and see the whole picture and just breathe and see that this is not worth my energy or my time, then you will have a very peaceful life. You know, you owe it to yourself to protect your energy and to keep your peace. That's what you owe to yourself. You owe everything good to yourself, and you owe your well-being good. You should never set your well-being or your peace aside. That should always come first. And that's why it's so important to see where you should put your energy and where you should not put your energy. Because when you put your energy in things that does not deserve your energy, you are getting to such low and negative vibrations. And that's not where you're supposed to be. And it doesn't give you anything good back. That will be wasted energy. That does not complete its cycle and come back to you. When you put your energy into good things that are good for you, it will become a cycle and it will be returned back in the same way or another form. And when you become self-aware, you can see that in these situations, I let my emotions get the best of me. So, because I'm self-aware, instead, I will take a step back, I will breathe, and I will determine if this is worth my energy or not. If it's something that I can change or not. If I cannot change it, then I will protect my energy and I will not waste my energy on that thing. I will just sit in it, or I will remove myself from it and just be in peace. You know, I see so many people, and I too have done this. But I see so many people who try to hold on to things and who tries to change things that aren't theirs to change. Someone who stays in an environment, like say your work, which you don't particularly like, but you think, but it's worth the money. I don't like it, but it's worth the money. And sometimes it will change. No, it will not. Don't stay in that situation because you think you can change it or that it will change for you. If it's not good for you, remove yourself from the situation. It's not yours to change. And another example is, which I think is a very normal example, when you try and think that you can change a person. You cannot change a person. You see this person, let's say it can be a friendship or a romantic relationship, and you have this belief that you can change this person. And if you just wait it out, this person will change and this relationship will become super good because you see the potential. But no, it will not change, or you will not be able to change the person. The only change a person can make is within themselves. So trying to change another person, if they don't want to change and don't have the attention to change, then do not try and change them. Because it will not work. You will just waste your energy. You know, when you try and try and try and try for something, and every time it's a wall that you can't get through, realize that it's not for you. Something that it's meant for you will flow. And I do not mean that everything will not always be easy. There will be hard situations. But the hard situations that are meant for you, where you have to fight, will still have, you will feel good in them or a peace in them, and it will still flow in some way. But when the energy does not flow and you just feel like it's a wall every time you try, then it's not for you. And you need to remove yourself from that situation or that relationship. Because when you're not doing that, you are being so disrespectful to yourself. And you are not knowing your worth. And you are wasting your energy. And you are not protecting your energy and your peace. Which is exactly what you should be doing. Nothing else. See when something is for you and when something is not for you. And sometimes I believe people will be like, but how do I know that? You know. You just need to start acting on your knowing. One thing is that, as I said before, things will flow. It will move forward when it's for you. It will not make you stuck, because we're not meant to be stuck. If you're stuck, then you're in the wrong place. If you're not growing and evolving, then you are not in the right place, because we are here to evolve and grow and move forward. The only thing that stays the same is change. Do you understand what I mean? Everything is always changing. And that's the only thing that will stay the same. Like when I mean, take a table, like a table. Of course, if you have it in your home, like for 5 years, maybe you won't see that much of a change. But still, if you look at it 20 years later, it will have changed. Nothing will stay the same forever. And if you're trying and trying and trying to keep something intact and staying the same forever, then you're losing yourself, because you cannot do that. That's not how things are meant to be, and you will not thrive and feel good in that situation or in that relationship. Things need to be able to change. So, coming back to where you feel or know that you're in the right place, things will move forward. You will not be stuck. Another thing is, when you think about it, if you are very unsure about something, then it's not for you. And if you have all these emotions when thinking about a decision or a person or work, then it might not be for you. When you are making decisions or thinking about a relationship or work or whatever, there should be this feeling of calm and peace in your stomach. If it's all butterflies, it's not right. It should feel calm and peaceful. And you can put this in things that feel very positive, and you can put it in things that feel very negative. Because sometimes you have to do decisions that don't feel very fun, or in the time will make you very sad, but you will still feel a very peaceful and calm feeling in your stomach, because you know it is right. And we all have the ability to feel these peaceful emotions, but we are not in the stomach, but we're not used to acting on it. So many times we cast it aside. But you should always listen to that. Something that feels everywhere, that's not right. It should feel very calm and peaceful inside of you. Then you know it's right. So, stop trying to change things that aren't yours to change. And get yourself this self-awareness so that you can see what situations and relationships and you name it that are for you and not for you. And you have to be kind to yourself. If you want to implement this way of thinking and this way of acting, you need to make small steps. Because if you have been acting in a certain way for a very long time and not really used your gut intuition, then of course it will be hard to just change like that. So you start with small changes, and then you add and add and add and add. And when you're adding and staying true to those ways of acting, then it will also become easier to do it. And from a personal experience, I say that it's so worth it. I always act in a way where I hold myself first. I am very protective of my energy. And I do not just put it everywhere. I only put it in situations and relationships that deserves it. And that's not egoistic of me to think that way. It's just that I'm looking out for myself and I know my worth. So I will only put myself in situations that are meant for me and where my energy is appreciated, where my giving of energy can come back to me. So it makes a cycle. Nothing else. Because I know that I deserve that. And I would never, ever be so disrespectful to myself and not act in that way. I will never put my energy into relationship where it's not reciprocated. And to be clear, I have done that. So I'm not judging or being like, ooh, are you doing that? I've done it. But I have also made the changes in my way of thinking and in my way of acting. So today I would never do that because I know my worth and I have such high self-love that I would not accept anything that is not meant for me. You only need to have the intention to change and start acting with small steps and staying true to them and following them through. And you will start to see small changes, and you will reach a day where you do not accept any bullshit or anything that's not meant for you, because you know your worth. And that's what you deserve. To have that love for yourself and know your value. Nothing else. I really hope that I reached out to someone who this touched, or who this helped, or who this was just a reminder to. And I hope you always aspire to change and do what's best for you, and staying true to yourself and loving yourself. Bye bye.